Hey guys, welcome back to The Second Take. Here is our recap of Oscar nominations morning. Oscar nominations were taking place on Thursday, January 22nd, and during those nominations, we got to see history being made as Sinners took home 16 nominations that morning. This is the most nominations ever received by a film, with the previous record being held at 14 nominations, with a three-way tie between All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land. And now we have a new record holder in Sinners with 16, and we're going to break that down a little bit later into this video. But first, let's go over who the biggest losers were of Oscar nominations morning. First things first, the Academy said no to musicals. Over in 2025, we got to see 3 different musical films released this year. We got to see The Testament of Anne Lee, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, and Wicked for Good. Now, personally, I like musicals. I think they're pretty good. I like good music. I got a music degree, so I love watching musicals. I love hearing that aspect of storytelling. However, the Academy this year has unfortunately said that they are not going to nominate any musicals. It was really a big shutout for Wicked, as last year they received 10 nominations, and now this year they completely got goose-egged and received 0 nominations on Oscar nominations morning. Another big loser as well happens to be the film Jake Kelly, which was produced by Netflix, starring George Clooney and Adam Sandler. Now, many pundits thought that this movie could get in with an actor and supporting actor combo, especially since Adam Sandler is considered overdue for an Oscar with Uncut Gems, and he even had that SAG nomination with Hustle. And George Clooney has been kind of like, we're not making movies as much. He had Midnight Sky back in 2020, but even still, that was not enough to get them any nominations that morning, so Jake Kelly walked home with nothing. Some big surprises we had, which this is the first one that I'm super excited about, and that is Delroy Lindo getting in for supporting actor. This was not expected at all, since he was missing quite a few of the precursors, but I'm assuming that he maybe got a BAFTA nomination here, because we haven't had the BAFTA nominations yet, but it could be that that's what got him in, and that's what got him over the edge to get into that top 5 for supporting actor. On top of that, Delroy Lindo is just a veteran actor that everyone knows and loves, and he's been doing such great work, and this is his first nomination in his entire career. So I am so happy for Delroy Lindo. I'm just excited to see this, and let's see how this shapes out for the rest of the season for him. Another big surprise as well was Sentimental Value getting 9 nominations on the morning. We started the Oscar nominations morning with a huge surprise with Elle Fanning getting in for supporting actress. Most people thought, including myself, that it was going to be one or the other, and most people were going for Inga Ipsala Lilius for that supporting actress nomination. However, the Academy has nominated both women from Sentimental Value in the supporting actress category. Not even just that, but they nominated all 4 of the main actors in their respective categories. This is a huge excitement. This is a huge thing, and it's just a nice thing to see, especially since the actor or the SAG Awards has completely shut out all the Sentimental Value people. And so congratulations to them. I'm so excited that they all got in. It was huge. Another thing that we got to see, unfortunately, No Other Choice did miss international feature. Now, this is the second time a Park Chan-wook film has been nominated and representing South Korea, and this is also the second time where the Academy has not nominated a Park Chan-wook film for South Korea, and they continue this trend of not nominating Korean films, unfortunately, with the exception being Parasite back in 2019. Another shocker as well, this is just a personal one for me, is Avatar Fire and Ash making it into costume design but not visual effects. That was really interesting to see, because when I think of costumes, I think of some of the handmaker to the making costumes in that respect, whereas when we see like the behind the scenes footage of Avatar, it's mainly the actors wearing CGI suits so that they can be more on screen through later editing and later visual effects. So you would think that they would have gotten into visual effects, but no, they got in for costumes. That was really interesting to see. The biggest surprise of the night, or not the night, but the biggest surprise of the morning rather, is Chase Infinity missing that Best Actress lineup. Now, Chase Infinity to me is the heart and soul of the film. I made a video earlier about that. You can go check that out. But I just think Chase Infinity is incredible in this movie, and that she's absolutely wonderful in the role for One Battle After Another. And I think that she's, once again, the heart and the soul of the film. Even Leonardo DiCaprio earlier said that he is so proud of her and all the work that she's done, highlighting how important and how relevant she is to the story. And so to see that she could not get into the Best Actress lineup and instead was outperformed by Kate Hudson in Songs in Blue, it's really just upsetting to see that she cannot get the recognition that she deserved with such an incredible film. Now we're going to talk about the studio leaders. So, on Oscar nominations morning, we have 4 studios lead the way with nominations. The biggest one being Warner Brothers, leading with 30 nominations. They now hold the record for most nominations given to a studio by a single year. Next one was Netflix with 16 nominations, and we have Neon with 14 nominations, and Focus Features with 12 nominations. Now, the one with Neon, what this also proves as well, especially in the case of Neon, is that the Academy in the industry as a whole is becoming a lot more international, where we're now recognizing more international films. We have, once again, another year where we have a Best Director who is from an international film. We have 2 films in Best Picture that are international features, one being Sentimental Value and the other being Secret Agent. Many people believe, including myself, that it was just an accident, which is our Palme d'Or winner would get in for Best Picture, but unfortunately it missed the mark, only getting an international feature and an original screenplay nominations for that morning. Our Best Picture lineup includes, I'm just pulling it up for 1 second, includes films like Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. With one of the biggest surprises being F1, when it came back out in the summer, and it was a pretty decent movie, but I don't know if we would call it or consider it a Best Picture movie in total. But nonetheless, it still got in, and now and that is our Best Picture lineup. I think as a whole, this Best Picture lineup is a pretty strong one, especially when we compare it to years like 2022 or even the years like 2020. We really are seeing an uptick in films and really seeing an uptick in quality of what type of movies we are getting and the diversity of movies and types of storytelling that we are getting as a whole. Alright, we have upcoming awards and nominations happening, with the Actor Award happening pretty soon. We're also going to see our BAFTA nominations happen, which I think that's going to tell us how Delroy Lindo was able to get in, also show us how the Sentimental Value people were able to get in as well, since BAFTA is a British award and it's going to be more international instead. On top of that, we're going to be seeing WGA update their results as well. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for keeping up with this. I'll post more content about the Oscars and keeping up with the race later. If you want to keep updated with this, please subscribe, please like and follow, and let me know what your thoughts are with this year's Oscar nomination. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later.